Yes, just a moment. Oh! Alright guys, so it's time that I play a horror game. And today we're playing a game called Tiny Bunny. Don't know what this game's about, but if you know me, I don't like to play horror games because I'm not into horror games. And with that said, I don't know what to expect. I really don't. Probably gonna get the crap scared out of me. But yeah, here we go. Already don't like this. Okay. Gotta mentally prepare myself for this. The wind clawed at my window at night. It wandered the fields and howled like a hungry beast. An endless song waved from all sorts of voices, shrill, gentle, snarey, twinned in the air. They were shouting and laughing, and arguing about something. Someone was running through the snow while casting long shadows that would occasionally creep close to my bed. Our house had a mind of its own, a creaky old mind of a building that had seen a lot in its days, and was seemingly trying to share its wisdom with the inhabitants. The lonely house faced the forest, and the dark green thicket gazed back with its hollow eyes, rustling, whizzing, swaying back and forward. One could come out and stand at the edge of the forest to reassure themselves. There was nobody behind the crooked trees. Fuzzy silhouettes swaying in the wind couldn't possibly do any harm. It's just a play of light and shadow. Just a play. I knew it was just my imagination. I was already 12 after all. Still. Oh, that's creepy. The raccoon face. I just noticed that. Hey, put away your book. How many times have I told you not to read at the table? It's bad for your health. Look at how slouched you are. Hide? I didn't protest and put the book about Conan the Barbarian aside. I was stuck on a line I couldn't understand after reading it 3 times anyway. Olya had already finished her breakfast and was munching on some cookies. She was so enthusiastic she almost looked like your typical girl from commercials. You're not going anywhere until you finish all of it. I, on the other hand, was still trying to drill a hole in the plate with my eyes as if it would make the porridge disappear. Hazy anxiousness welled up inside, all because of the previous sleepless night, the black forest around our house, and the gloomy wind. The longer I waited, the colder the lumpy, white substance became. Looked like a jellyfish from a Kostia Odyssey. I love that show. I wonder how horrifying the bottom of the ocean is. Or how cold the black forest is at night. The spoon fell out of my hand. Mom showered me with a cold glare from her green eyes. What did I just say? I'll get it. I had 10 seconds to catch my breath before battling the nasty porridge once again. I felt around for the spoon. What is this, carved on the other side of the table? Oh, Karina. That does not look like Karina. Ha, that's my mom's name. I guess she carved it out with something pointy when she was little. She sure was a rascal, damaging the furniture like that. She would scold me for a week if I did something similar, though. Should I remind her about it? No. She's been in a bit of a bad mood lately. Imagine her being my age, sitting around under the table. Wonder, was Mom afraid of the dark back then? Or the sounds coming from the attic? Or the thick forest? Imagine my grandma coming into my little mom's room, sitting at the edge of her bed, where Olya sleeps nowadays, and says, this is her soft, smooth voice. Taiga is a special place, little girl. It's watching you closely, sniffing you out, trying to discern what kind of beast you are. If you're a good sort, it won't abandon you in times of trouble. But if you're a bad apple, it'll grab you by the side and drag you under the ground. And that would be it. Grandma was caring. She never fought with anybody, never yelled, never swore. Those were the times without a maddening screams until late at night, without smashed dishes and mutual accusations. Our parents used to love each other back then. Remember listening in on one of their conversations by chance. They were talking about Grandma getting prepared for her funeral. She had already bought a casket, and she called it her cute funeral box. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Waited for its time in the closet, patiently. It was black, upholstered with meat-colored material on the inside. I saw it when my grandma was getting buried. The house didn't change since the time she was alive, only all the photos were gone. Glass, covered pictures with gray faces of my ancestors. They all had a dead, but watchful look in their eyes. I crawled out from under the table. Olya was done with her cookies, was looking at my share like a sly woodland critter. I turned my gaze towards the frosted window. There were a lot of dark pines outside, but they didn't grab my attention. The pattern of frost formed a picture on the glass. The raccoon face. What is this? The glossary, okay. What is this? That's the menu. Where it looked almost like those optical illusion things they put on the back. Mixture of lines at first glance, but if you blur your vision a little bit and look under a certain angle, not outside on the window. Look, here's the nose. And here's, hey, eat up. Yes, just a moment. I don't see anything. Hurry up, there's not much left. Ah, there it is, but it still doesn't look like one. I'm telling you it does. Nuh-uh, it does. Stop it. These kids, I swear. Now I couldn't see the fox either, 'cause it was an actual fox. It disappeared. Went away. Only the frosty pattern similar to stretched out nettle leaves kept creeping up the glass. My dad entered the kitchen with long measured steps. Want to have a beard like his when I grow up. Mom would always ask jokingly, come on, shave it off, it stings. This was so long ago. Nowadays, could you stop doing that? Rumbling doors and witty comebacks were an everyday occurrence. Oh, what was that? Why did it skip so much? It's all for your sake, Dad would reply, for the sake of our family. Always cut every sound in fear of hearing the most dreaded and deadliest word that started with a D. Devo. I don't even want to finish it. It was scary to imagine that me and my little sister could be torn apart and taken into two different families. Anyway, excuse me, neighbor. Anyway, for the fox is nothing. I have an owl on my window. You and your owl talk again. You said you believed me just yesterday. Has anybody seen my car keys? I remember leaving them on the windowsill. Right. Maybe you did. Maybe not. You're a grown man, a father of two, and still. Karen, please stop. Oh, Karina, please stop. Just let me get ready in peace. Your keys are in the basket, near the phone. Well, thank you very much. Anton, stop making a martyr out of yourself and finish eating already. And the owl. There was no owl. But there was one. It had giant glowing eyes. Okay, why'd you just move so fast? Place her hand on her little face, imitating a pair of eyes with her fingers, the size of an apple each. Last year you had Babby in your closet, and now it's this owl. But I saw it. Shifted her gaze back and forth from Dad to Mom to me, but couldn't find any support. Have you thought about befriending it? You know, like feeding it with imaginary mice? Don't bully our girl. She's just afraid to sleep alone because she's still little. Oya pouted her lips in rebellion and rushed into the hallway. So this seems to be like a reader story, I guess. The staircase that led to the second floor creaked. Mom gave Dad a strict look. Wow, that look in her eyes. It's so uncomfortable to be pinned under it. Dad just snorted in reply and left, ringing with the keys he just found. A minute had passed, and the theme song from Little Mermaid echoed throughout the house. Restored and okay, so I'm just gonna kind of like read by myself and just have it up there so that you guys can read it too, because I don't want to keep reading. I want to kind of get into what's happening. Middle of the night, we'll turn. We'll take him out of all the trouble we had with our parents. Okay. Said she saw that giant flying monster outside her window. She became obsessed with it. Parents had everything in power. They tried every little trick to get rid of the ridiculous fears. She used to sleep alone and didn't believe that it was nightmares. Tonight, I wasn't sure what to think of it myself. Can nightmares be infectious? Just last night, I couldn't get a wink of sleep and ended up thinking of what to expect in my new school. A couple days left before the beginning of the new term. Long twisting hallways that led to the classroom full of kids. So from what I'm understanding is that so far, this, like, it's something is real, like this owl. And damn, Anton, you're cruel, buddy. So that owl that she's seeing is either real or I don't know. It's kind of trying hanging on the walls. Some of myself a good artist, but begged me to hang them. Drawing was one of the things that made me happy. Small circle of friends I had also enjoyed my paintings. Could you stop with the menu thing? So Anton likes to draw, likes to read, worried about his sister, whatever, like a boy with thick glasses. So they used to live in an apartment, and then they moved to this house. Oh, I did it again. Yep, I did it again. Could you not do that? Can I press space? Yes, I can. Watching me from every corner, almost of old photos, deceased family with their... So is this house haunted? It looks to be. Hearing music. It was already playing for a good while. I can hear a flute. Sound of wind creaking old house. Especially when I wanted to reassure myself that the music was nothing more than my imagination. It was not like someone is playing it there. Okay, so that's creepy. Oh, hell no. Black silhouettes I can barely make out with a dark forest as their backdrop. Brown bass and midnight bumped into piles of snow. Playing in the moon came to mind, but these were clearly not wolves. They stood upright at times. Yeah, they're definitely demons. And the music had stopped. Dancing shadows froze in place, and I could swear pierced me with their eyes. Immediately parted from the bizarre shadow carnival, sprinted across the field with giant leaps. Oh God. No, thank you. Not leaving any prints until it was devoured by the pitch black shadow of my house, which became even darker and thicker. My heart was jumping around like the bird inside of a cage. Okay. Stepped back towards the bed. They saw me. Freezing torrent of fear washed over me. I stood in the middle of the perfectly dark room. I heard knocking. Scraper, I'm looking for it. Sun moved to the right. They circled around the house. The guest should be at the front door. I jumped into bed and covered myself with a blanket as if it could protect me. The shackles of fear locked my muscles. Grandma lying there, hands crossed. Okay. Oh, this is not good. Climbing up her head and pulling up her eyelids with their tiny legs. Wrinkly eyeballs would once again move. Oh, that's creepy. I was chanting the spell she taught me throughout the... And now lying under the blanket and listening to squeals and howls, I was repeating the same words. On the Isle of Buyan, underneath the blemished sun in the sea of color blue, stands a cabin made of wood. There lay lard and ashen hair for the spawn from Devil's Lair to feast and always leave alone God's faithful servant named Anton. He will leave this must, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. The bizarre sounds had disappeared. Oh, don't tell me that the thing is inside. Oh, that is not legit. Someone was scratching at the front door, clawing at the wood. The door was shut. Dad had become very cautious recently, so he installed a sturdy lock. I'm staring at the forest intently as if he was looking for someone. Ashes to ashes. Oh, they broke the window! With my knees placing my chin between them and drilled the door with my eyes. It was so flimsy and weak before the might. And then, oh, please stay out. Halfway, once, twice. The person who tried to enter had no hands. No, thank you. Okay, buddy, leave. Clutch the blanket. Oh, okay. Okay. And moaning inside the tent drains. Now, you'll see. Oh, I'm getting all the creepy crawlies right now. Tony. That's creepy. The night itself was calling out to me, flapping its black wings and squealing with rustling hinges. Okay. Tony. Okay, this is creepy. Chest rose up, ready to exhale a scream, but before I was able to do anything, the darkness asked me, Tony, are you asleep? Oh, that is scary. Take a shot. I almost screamed from relief. I'm not sleeping. Did something happen? Frowned and struck out her lower lip in clear sign that she was about to cry. Stare again, staring at me. Shoo her away, Tony, please. I'm so scared. The fear was tormenting me just a minute ago, crawled away and hid somewhere in my stomach. I needed to come. It was just a dream, silly. Don't be scared. Dreams don't bite. No one's going to harm you. She was trying her best to believe me, but I was sure. I have no idea. Go to your room and watch the video. Sleeping Beauty, for example. Like that cartoon, don't you? Scary bird. The question took me by surprise. Alright, let's watch Cinderella. My thoughts became tangled fuzzy. What was that? What studied me with its eyes while dancing feverishly under the moon? The darkness was clinging the window. Grandma's old chant. Couldn't be satisfied with a feast of lard and long ashen hair. Tony, you coming? Yes, just a moment. Oh! Okay. That legit scared me a little bit. Yeah, buddy, you just had a nightmare. Alright, guys, well, I'm gonna leave that video here. Next video we'll continue where we left off. So this is like a reading story. I don't know how much interaction is actually in it, but it's actually a pretty good story. Again, I'm not going to keep reading all of it. I'll talk over it. If you guys did like this, if you do want me to keep reading the story, I will. If not, I can always talk over it and have you guys read with me and experience the fear that it's supposed to put. But yeah, I hope you liked the video. If you did, hit that like button, leave a comment down below, make sure to subscribe, support the channel, and hit that notification bell so you get notified when I upload, and we'll catch you on the next one.